Still trying to convince the MAGAverse that he didn't blow it on Tuesday night against Kamala Harris, even though he is clearly terrified of facing her again.
He continued.
I went from very successful businessman to top TV star, ...
The voters and voter polls showed it, but the fake news media wasn't giving the credit that was due. Wow. Remember, I wasn't debating one person, I was debating three. They should fire everybody at ABC Fake News.
If you're going under for surgery, the last thing you want to hear your doctor say is, don't worry, I'm mentally stable and, like, really smart.
Trumpy's having a bad hair day, folks. Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert just teamed up to roast the former president. And let's just say, it wasn't pretty. They compared Trump's hair to a dead squirrel. Ouch. But wait, there's more. Melania's secret thoughts got leaked, and it turns out she's been counting down the days until she can ditch the Donald. Who knew the First Lady's favorite hobby was social distancing from Donald? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Alright folks, it's time to spill the tea on Melania Trump's secret hobby. You might think the former First Lady spends her days sipping champagne or browsing luxury catalogs, but Jimmy Kimmel's got the inside scoop and it's way funnier than you'd expect.
But wait, what happened to this guy?
Anytime, anywhere, anyplace.
Somehow he went from anytime, anywhere, any place to there will be no third debate.
He continued.
I went from very successful businessman to top TV star, ...
According to Rolling Stone, members of Trump's inner circle think another debate would be a bad idea. They say his performance was so disappointing, he doesn't know whether to call it Eric or Don Jr. at this point.
According to Kimmel, Melania's favorite pastime isn't tennis, gardening, or even shopping for designer handbags. Nope, it's something way more relatable to the average Joe. Social distancing from Donald. That's right, folks. While the rest of us were perfecting our sourdough starters during lockdown, Melania was busy mastering the art of avoiding her hubby. Picture this, Melania in the White House, desperately searching for hiding spots like a kid playing the world's most high-stakes game of hide and seek. Is she behind the curtains? Nope. Under the Oval Office desk? Not a chance. In the kitchen pretending to bake cookies? As if. Kimmel jokes that our girl Melania has gotten so good at vanishing when Trump enters a room, she could give Houdini a run for his money. It's like she's got some sort of orange-faced radar that sets off alarm bells in her head. Donald alert! Donald alert! Time to make like a tree and leave.
Still trying to convince the MAGAverse that he didn't blow it on Tuesday night against Kamala Harris, even though he is clearly terrified of facing her again.
Also, I think it's worth mentioning that people who are mentally stable generally don't announce it.
Nice, even for a few seconds, to be rattled by something other than the election this morning.
And a very stable genius at that. Yes.
But wait, there's more. Kimmel didn't stop at just exposing Melania's disappearing act. He went on to reveal her ultimate dream, and let me tell you, it's a doozy. Apparently, Melania's fantasy isn't about jetting off to a private island or starring in her own reality TV show. No. According to Kimmel, what Melania really wants is to be trapped in Obama's portrait at the White House. Now, you might be thinking, why on earth would anyone want to be stuck in a painting? Well, Kimmel's got the answer, and it's pure comedy gold. It's the one place Trump wouldn't go. Can you imagine? Melania, forever frozen in a portrait, smiling that enigmatic smile, knowing she's finally found the perfect hiding spot from her husband. Of course, this is all in good fun, but it does make you wonder about the dynamics in the Trump household. Is Melania really playing an endless game of avoid the Donald? Or is this just late-night comedy exaggeration? Either way, it's clear that Kimmel's not pulling any punches when it comes to roasting the former first couple. Well, folks, it looks like Trump's hair is having a worse day than his Twitter account after being banned.
If you won't feel an earthquake if you're wearing Crocs. They act as a shock absorber, and you're totally safe if you wear them. That's true. I learned that from J.D. Vance.
If you're going under for surgery, the last thing you want to hear your doctor say is, don't worry, I'm mentally stable and, like, really smart.
Dodging a debate makes him look like the coward that he is. And she challenged him to another one immediately. He wants no part of it.
Stephen Colbert, the king of late-night roasts, decided to take a swipe at the golden mop sitting atop Trump's head. And let me tell you, it wasn't pretty. For Trump, that is. Colbert, being the comedic genius he is, suggested that Trump's hair might have a mind of its own. I mean, have you seen that thing? It's like a sentient being trying to escape from his scalp. Colbert even joked that it could have its own Twitter account. Can you imagine? At Trump's toupee tweeting, "Help, I'm being held hostage by a spray tan." But the real kicker came when Colbert started mimicking Trump's struggle with his unruly hair.
Look, I'm a very stable genius. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's past my cheeseburger's bedtime. Let's go.
The voters and voter polls showed it, but the fake news media wasn't giving the credit that was due. Wow. Remember, I wasn't debating one person, I was debating three. They should fire everybody at ABC Fake News.
Being like really smart is not the same thing as being really smart, sir.
When a prize fighter loses a fight, the first words out of his mouth are, "I want a rematch." Polls clearly show that I won the debate against Comrade Kamala Harris.
Picture this, the former president flailing his arms around like he's trying to swat away invisible bees, all while his hair is doing the cha-cha on his head. The audience was in stitches, probably because they've all had bad hair days, but none quite as spectacular as Trump's daily disaster. Now, you'd think Trump would be used to people poking fun at his unique hairstyle, but apparently, our thin-skinned former president couldn't handle the heat. Sources say he threw a full-on tantrum after hearing about Colbert's roast. And get this, he reportedly demanded that his hair be declared a national treasure. That's right, folks. Move over, Liberty Bell. Make way for the luscious locks of liberty. But let's be real for a second. If Trump's hair was a national treasure, it'd be more like the Ark of the Covenant from Indiana Jones. Something that should probably be locked away in a secret government warehouse, never to be seen again. Colbert didn't stop there, though. He went on to compare Trump's hair to various hilarious images without actually naming them. Was it a dead squirrel? A badly made toupee? The result of a toddler's first attempt at using a cotton candy machine? We may never know for sure, but the mental images alone are enough to keep us laughing for days. Well, folks, it looks like Trump's hair isn't the only thing that's thin-skinned around here. Our late-night comedy kings, Kimmel and Colbert, have been having a field day with the Orange Menace, and boy, does he hate it. These two have been roasting Trump more than any other politician, and it's easy to see why. I mean, the guy's like a walking punchline factory. But here's the kicker. While Trump's getting all huffy about his hair jokes, it's Melania who's stealing the show. Maybe she's picked up a few escape artist tricks from all that social distancing practice. Who knows, maybe she's eyeing up those White House portraits as her next great disappearing act. So next time you see Trump on TV, just remember, behind that dead squirrel on his head is a man who can't take a joke. Keep laughing, folks. It might be our best defense against the grumpy Trumpy and his Twitter tantrums.